welcome.
Thank you.
First time on a podcast?
First time on a podcast.
Why are you on a podcast?
I don't know. You guys asked me to be on it.
I definitely didn't ask you. I don't even know who you are.
Your friends. I'm Annabeth, and I'm a comedian, and I'm a part-time comedian.
What's a full-time comedian?
It's someone who doesn't have to do any other jobs, and they just do comedy, and they make enough money from that to live.
Are there those people?
There are people like that.
Because like comedians seem like they're always working.
Yeah, I guess so, because it's never really enough.
No. There's no way to have any next thing. So do you have any idea what the podcast is about? No.
No,
all right.
not
They've
really.
done a good job of prepping you. That's
Not supposed to, really. I don't
No,
think.
this is like total blank slate?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, I'm David Noble.
Nice
It's the
to meet
David
you.
Noble Show.
It is the David Noble Show?
Yeah, we argued about the name we did like 7 episodes before we had a name, and then we went with the David Noble Show.
Wow, who came up with that?
I want to say Chris was
was
like,
me.
yeah.
Okay.
Branding and such.
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. So welcome.
Thank you.
What we do is we talk to a lot of different people that are living a very entrepreneurial lifestyle, creating content, trying to find their way in the world. Usually using social media heavily to be able to do so. But like you're a little different. You're just early.
Yeah,
So like you want people to know who you are, right?
I do.
Why? Like, how did you wake up one day and be like, I want people to know me?
It was less that I wanted people to know me and more like I just wanted to reach more people. Does that make sense? Like I want to make more people laugh.
That's pretty funny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you worried right now? Are you nervous?
A little bit.
Like, what do you think can happen? What's the worst thing that could happen to you?
Oh, I die young. I get
that's
murdered.
probably not going to happen in the next hour. You're probably good.
I was kind of nervous when I walked
like,
into
why
this
is
building.
murder cannot be the worst thing?
I don't want to get murdered. I think that is the worst
What made
thing.
you think that you might get murdered?
I don't know. I walked into a building. I was invited by a man who I met one time, and it was a dark hallway.
And he's kind of sketchy, too.
Kind of a sketchy doorway.
See, I would have been much more worried if that guy would have asked me to come here that I'd lose my kidney. You know what I mean? Like murder, that's easy. But you take my kidney, I wake up in a bathtub, no kidney. That's awful. Yeah, that's murder.
But if you're still alive, you could press charges.
And it's not going to do anything.
Oh.
Your kidney's gone.
I
That's
think
going to hurt.
I'd be okay without a kidney.
Okay.
I'd rather live with one kidney than die with both kidneys.
To each his own? To each his own.
To each his own.
So, one of the things that I do extensive research on this, right? And like I watch all your social media and
on mine?
yeah.
You watch my social media?
Anybody that's a guest. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I'll even follow you after this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's how it works. It's free.
Did you, I'm in the phase of, I made it a goal this year that I wanted to post a lot more on social media to try to like gain a following and then try to get booked on more shows.
How
from
many
there.
hours have you done on stage live so far?
Oh, I don't know. I've been doing it for like a year. And so
It's really early then.
yeah, it's pretty early. I would say in the low, maybe a day, maybe 24 hours, maybe more.
How many hours do you think you need to get good?
Oh, I can't say that there's a number, but I'm just going to say more. More and more and more and more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Like I've talked to a couple comedians on the show and they talk about the need for stage time and how important that is as a young person.
Yeah, I've been getting up on like a weekly show and doing 10 minutes, which has been super, super helpful.
You got 10 minutes of material?
Yeah, I got 10 minutes of material.
How much of it's good?
I got 12.
12.
I think that all is pretty solid. Once I get above 12 minutes, then I start to kind of falter a little bit, lose my footing.
Well, don't go above 12.
I won't ever.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I would
What's
like to.
you got to get to 30.
Yeah, one day.
Actually 60 now. The 30-minute special's gone.
Yeah, I know. Well, 20-minute. I'm going to try it for 20.
20.
Yeah.
Don't get too ambitious.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe 18?
I could do 18 and then riff for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
So how hard is it to get noticed in today's world? Whether that's on social or in comedy, in person, like trying to get around. How hard is it for you? How hard are you working to get noticed?
Pretty hard. It's hard because there's so many of us. There's a lot of people trying to do comedy in real life, and then there's even more people trying to do it online. So it's pretty hard, but I just kind of, my mentality is just kind of keep trucking along, keep on.
How do you know it's not working?
Oh, how do I know it's not working is when TikTok gives me I get 40 views.
That's awesome
on some
feeling,
of my
isn't
bad
it?
videos.
That happened to me the other day.
I work so hard on them and then I post it and then it's just death. Apparently you just have to keep doing it though, and then that makes it better.
So on this podcast, I interview a lot of people that are doing really well and have built followings.
What do they say?
And so I started recording some of the things I've learned from those people, right?
Yeah.
And I think everyone talks about consistency.
Yeah.
But I think I've started to take that and dissect. What is authenticity? What is consistency? What are these things that they say works, right? And I don't think it's you keep posting. I think it's you have to be consistent in that you have to find an audience and then give them what they want, where they want it, when they want it consistently. Mm. So much when you're doing stand-up, right? You're trying to find what works with an audience. It's a similarity. So if you keep posting the same thing that's getting 40 views, you're not going to break through. You have to sort of play around and try.
Change it up.
Yeah. So that you're trying to find that consistent base audience.
Yeah. Do you mean kind of almost like a niche or just a consistent?
No, not really a niche. It's the consistent delivery of the content. You have to find somebody that wants that content.
Yeah.
And then give it to them over and over again, and then that will grow.
Well, I feel in finding that content, that seems you got to kind of find your brand or whatever.
So that's where the authenticity comes in.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're trying to do something to get noticed, that probably won't work. Mm-hmm. So today, the episode on Doorman Stories dropped. And what was interesting from Sarah was how much she loves talking to doormen.
Oh.
Right? That's a weird thing to say, I guess, in some, do you look forward to talking to doormen? No, but she does. And it comes through when you talk to her. Authentically enjoys the conversations and what she's doing around the show. So I think that piece, it's the marriage of those two things. You marry.
Yeah. Authenticity and consistency.
Right, but the two words are kind of just words, right?
Yeah,
They're constructs. And I'm trying to figure out what they actually mean and then how to apply that.
Yeah, I've been trying to find out what authenticity really means to me on the internet because it's hard. It's real easy just to at first my mentality was, oh, I just got to post more stuff. It was more consistency than authenticity. I don't think everything I've posted in the last couple months has been necessarily that funny or that I find it that funny or I was being super authentic in it. So it's a wobbly bridge, I suppose.
I think there has to be some level of vulnerability.
Yeah.
What's it feel like to get on stage and look at 17 people and they're not ready to laugh?
Oh, it's kind of fun. I had a crowd recently of a bunch of guys that came from a music show and they didn't want to laugh at all. The comedian before me actually got into a little kind of like a fight with them. Like, you know how sometimes comics will like kind of yell at an audience when they're like, you're not laughing at me, like you guys suck, or that was really funny and you guys just don't get it. He got
You're not going to win that argument.
Yeah, you'll never win that argument. Like they're there to be nice and listen. Like they're giving you their
money.
time. Yeah. No money.
No money.
Yeah.
Nobody pays for you.
No, I lose money on most of the things I do. But yeah, they just weren't ready to laugh at all. And when I got up there, they were just like blank faces, just got out of a fight with another comedian. But it's kind of like a game, you know.
What's it look like when you're standing? Do you see their faces?
Yeah, you see their faces. You can look away from their faces, but
they're still there.
They're
right?
still there. They're gleaming eyes.
I've been teaching for 20 years, so I know what this feeling feels like.
Yeah, and I bet students really don't want to do.
They don't want to do anything anymore. They used to be much more interesting.
Really?
Now they're like soulless.
What changed?
Vacuous.
What changed?
I don't know. They're late. What has changed? I think there has been an element with the pandemic where people have forgotten to raise their kids. Yeah. That's, I think, part of it. Like the stuff that's wrong with them isn't really wrong. It's just like nobody ever told them. Yeah. Nobody ever explained how much work things are. Nobody ever explained why you need to learn something, become educated. Like it's just go to school, get a good grade. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah. There's like got to be you got to get a good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like get a good job.
When I first moved here, I was like, I feel like now I have a good job. But
do you?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I think so. I'm a manager at a comedy club in Brooklyn.
Okay. Which one?
The Bell House.
Where is that?
It's in Gowanus.
Gowanus kind of smells.
Yeah, it does. It smells really bad, and the geese are crazy over there.
Have you named any of the geese?
No, but when everyone comes outside, I call on the security guards. They'll call on the walkie and be like, "Oh, red alert! Everyone come out here." And
we have a geese.
And we chase it away.
All right.
I'm
there's
really
shit
good
everywhere.
They will.
So you're managing a comedy club?
Yes, very well.
And do they pay you to do that?
Yeah, they pay me.
That's better than losing money.
Yeah, it's way better than losing money. I have 2 jobs now, but before I had this job, I was just working a bunch of random jobs, and I got 2 degrees. I felt like I was like, oh well, shouldn't I have a 9-to-5 and a salary and insurance and stuff? Probably. Couldn't find that. I don't know, because that seems like the right thing to do. Forever, I was like, that should be the path. It's like you graduate and then you should get a 9-to-5 job. That was just kind of like the life that I thought that everybody lived, but they don't.
Not if you want to be a comedian.
Yeah, not if you want to be a comedian.
So were you looking for a 9-to-5 wanting to be a comedian?
Yeah, because people who do.
What were interviews like when you go in there and you're like, I hate working, I want to be a comedian?
I didn't even get any interviews.
Yeah?
Yeah,
None?
no, not really, no. No 9-to-5 interviews, yeah. Yeah, no.
Were you sad?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. But then I just kind of gave up and just started doing my own thing. Like I started emceeing concerts, working at a coffee shop, production assistant work.
What's your favorite coffee? I like East African beans.
What?
Also. Yeah.
Oh, that's the question.
Yeah, I like Ethiopian.
I like
Rwandan.
American.
There's no such thing. Like, do they grow coffee? They don't grow coffee in America.
We have so many farms here. Farmers are the backbone of this country.
Not coffee farmers.
I don't know. You can ask them.
Yeah. So you didn't care about working in the coffee shop?
No, I actually still work there.
Do you?
I work there one day a week.
Which one?
Boris and Hortons.
I like Boris and Hortons.
Yeah, they have the dog. I don't actually make coffee.
I have a dog.
I clean the dog pee. What's your dog's name?
Bob.
Oh.
So I have a whole era where I'm the professor that had the black pug.
Oh, it's a black pug.
Yeah, did you know the guy with the black pug?
No.
You should meet the guy with the black pug.
Oh.
That was like an era.
Did
like
you
a Taylor Swift era.
Is the dog still alive?
Yeah, Bob's alive. It's his birthday coming up. That's how I know it's my wedding anniversary. Bob was born 2 days before my wedding.
Wow.
He was a gift to my wife.
Oh. Does she like him?
Yeah, she loves him.
That's good.
Yeah. So do you like pugs?
No, actually, I love dogs. I don't like pugs. I don't like their wrinkly little faces. I don't like the way they breathe. I think they're gross.
You think they're gross?
Yeah.
What's it? I
They
understand
shouldn't
why.
exist.
I feel like I know. Wow. I feel like I know why you didn't get a job interview. It's your blatant anti-pugism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it on my resume.
Yeah. Once it will be out there. I will be. Do not hire this girl. That will be the social post.
That's
By the way,
fine.
Chris is already cutting that clip. Yeah, we're gonna that's going on the internet.
Okay.
How can you hate pugs?
They're
And by the way, all the pug people, they're gonna find you, and they're gonna boo you.
good for them.
Yeah.
Pugs are gonna come
Try
piss
it.
all over Boris and Horton.
No.
I
You'll be
don't.
cleaning up piss for days.
That's already my life.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
There's no. Yeah. There's absolutely no.
Yeah.
They're actually probably the best because they're so small compared to like a golden retriever.
I don't think that pugs or French bulldogs should exist.
You know,
'Cause
that's-
they're all squished and they can't breathe. Listen to them try to breathe. It's
My
so
dog
sad.
breathes fine.
Really?
Yeah.
I would like to hear your dog against this microphone right now and see what we pick up, because we'll pick up probably the weirdest sounds, like gurgling and.
We could do an album, pug sounds.
Ooh.
It'll be like the Beatles, but pug sounds.
Okay.
Yes,
that's a good idea.
I'm sorry, Beach Boys, not
Yeah, the
Beatles.
beach. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna
totally
say. I was
wrong.
gonna correct you.
Beach Boys, Beatles. It's all about. You can correct me. It's not about being right.
Mm.
So, how hard is it to get noticed in this environment?
Tricky. It's tricky, but I find I get noticed when I am being authentic, I would say. Like when I go, I've been trying more to, when I do shows and mics and whenever I go on stage, just to actually have fun and like feel what I'm saying and believe what I'm saying. Because when I actually am like, when I'm in the, like, when you're in the moment on stage and you're actually like thinking about every single word, it does it comes across, I think. I always feel like the crowd likes me better or just laughs. I get a bigger reaction from them. And I just feel better when I go off if I actually like feel the words rather than just recite them.
There's no doubt, right? They're going to feed off of the energy. People remember how you make them feel, not what you say.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're anxious and worried,
Yeah.
that's what they're
feel
going to
that.
remember.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
fun. Worried is not funny.
Yeah.
Awkward is kind of funny.
Awkward is apparently kind of funny.
Yeah.
People like that.
Well, how would you describe your comedy?
Awkward? Goofy. Dark sometimes.
Why is it dark?
Ugh.
What's dark? What's your definition of dark?
Like
What do you think of as dark?
like harassment and death.
Harassment and death.
death.
Those two combined?
Yeah, I have
Like at the same time or separate?
at the same time. I have a harassment death joke, and yeah,
How did you write that
it's
joke?
like two death jokes. Well, it came from a true story.
Usually does.
I didn't tell it. I got I used to work for like a comedy school, and I won't name the name of it, but the guy I was just
But
like,
it has comedy school in the title.
yeah, it does have a comedy school in the title. Shoot,
Like the comedy school.
no, not that.
The New York Comedy School.
Just a creepy guy.
Yeah.
My boss just kind of he harassed everybody. He was,
Well, all right, so
and then my grandpa died. And it's funny though in the joke.
yeah.
Yeah.
So can we go back to the harassment part?
Okay.
If you are running a comedy school,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't what says creepy harasser more than I'm running a comedy school
Yeah. No. Nothing.
or like acting school?
It's
Like
like
you are a creepy harasser person, right?
Yeah. Do you know that phrase where it's like, if you can't do, teach, and then if you can't teach,
I teach. I know all about
Oh,
it. I
fuck.
teach all about it.
Sorry.
20 years of teaching.
Sorry for cursing as well.
You can
I keep
curse. There's
insulting
no
you.
there's no rules on cursing.
Okay, cool. Shit. There. If you can't
But do you have
teach,
Tourette's or you
no,
just
I
no?
don't
Okay,
have
good.
Tourette's.
I just wanna make
People
sure in
think
case we
I
have to
have
accommodate.
stuff all the time.
Like, what kind of things?
I don't know. I got roasted. I did a comedy roast. Worst. I hated it so much. I got called the R word. I didn't find it funny.
I wouldn't find that funny.
Everyone else did. They liked
Yeah, they
it.
laughed?
Yeah, they laughed so hard. I lost the roast.
Did you feel bad?
Yeah, I felt bad.
Really?
Yeah, it was sad.
Like when someone makes a joke and you're the butt of the joke, it makes you feel bad? You haven't developed a skin to it?
No, turns out I don't like that yet. Maybe one day
I don't think
will.
anyone would.
Yeah.
I don't think any comedian would.
I mean, but they do roasts all
You
the
know
time.
when they say, if you can't stand the kitchen or you can't stand the fire, get out of the kitchen.
I don't want to. I'm going to stay in the kitchen,
Right.
but I'm just not going to roast anybody nor sign myself up for a roast.
Any more roasts?
No more. No, unless I know that the person doing it, because like when people roast nowadays, they just do like the lowest form. Like they just insult. Like
Do you have some highbrow? You can highbrow roast me.
I can't highbrow. I don't know.
What's a highbrow roast? I mean, what does that look like?
It's like
I got a shirt. It says roast me.
It's a roast about like your personality and things that like you can control, rather than roasts about like your gender, or your appearance, or your if you seem like you might be the R word. That's a high. It's not that. I think.
I don't think they're doctors.
I guess they're not.
Yeah.
They're the
It's
opposite.
funny if it's not true. If it were true, it would just be mean.
Well, it's always kind of they kind of. It's like before you do a roast, that's like they learn.
Don't admit it.
You want to learn everything about
Don't
them,
admit it.
and then they just they do the true stuff. It's all true.
Don't admit it. It's not true.
Okay.
All right. So roasting is not your chosen profession.
No.
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 It's too dark. You're more into the sexual harassment death genre.
I'm way more into sexual harassment than yeah.
That's What did you think of the Tom Brady roast?
I didn't watch it. I know. Did they make a joke about how he made out with his son a bunch though?
I don't really.
I don't remember
one,
that.
to be honest. It was like
Really?
4 hours long.
Yeah,
though.
it was.
So maybe.
You're the only person in America. You're definitely the only comedian in America that has missed it. Do you consider yourself a comedian at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that cool?
Yeah, it's nice.
Do you get a card that says like
No, I
Annabeth
don't.
comedian?
I should make a card. People have asked me for a card before. I don't know.
Don't they have cell phones?
Yeah, but
Are they old people that ask or?
no, it was like a middle-aged person that asked me.
It's pretty old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of, I'm like middle aged.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and
What?
I teach.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
I'm sorry. You and you have a pug too.
I do have a pug.
It's a roast.
So it's yeah. This is like a roast. You're just you're doing it unintentionally.
Yeah, it's authentically.
Yeah, authentically roasting. We call that stepping in shit.
Sure.
Do-
Okay. I stepped in shit on Friday.
Really?
Yeah. In the dog cafe.
Oh.
It was nasty.
Dog talent shows.
Yeah.
You know anything about them?
Oh, you did do research. Yeah, I have
Where'd you come up with the idea for that?
I have 2 dogs in Pennsylvania. My parents have these dogs, and my mom started taking them to agility class when my brother left for college. So that's like her.
Your mom really had nothing to do.
Yeah,
right?
she had nothing to do, and she was like, "I'm gonna start."
Do you make fun of her?
No.
Do you go in and roast your parents at Thanksgiving?
I'm usually pretty quiet at Thanksgiving, and I just let the rest of my family fight. They're roasting each other all the time. I don't.
Do you think they'll subscribe to the show?
I don't know. I didn't even tell them I was on it.
Well,
I'm sure
it's
they'll.
not. It's a couple weeks. It doesn't come out for a number of weeks.
Okay, cool. I'm sure they'll listen to maybe 5 minutes or something,
Yeah,
and then maybe stop.
and then turn it off.
Yeah.
That's how most people consume what I do. They just stop listening.
How long have you been doing podcasts?
I don't know, like a week.
Oh.
12 episodes, 10 episodes, something like that. But I've probably done like 100 interviews, something like that for work in school. So somewhere in that area.
Are you still teaching right now?
Well, not right now. Right now I'm interviewing you on this podcast.
Oh.
But some days.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I'm not very good at it anymore. I used to be pretty good. How did you decide to do a dog talent show?
Because my dogs do agility, and my mom takes them to agility, and I thought that might be fun to do comedy and get people to submit their dogs to a little agility contest, and then they'll want to bring their dogs. They'll be there to like have fun and like ready to cheer for their dogs, and then also have to listen to comedy in between.
We'll have to listen to you do comedy?
Yeah. So in the past, I've only done the show twice so far, but in the past I've booked a bunch of comics or like variety acts as well. 3 shows. I've done 3 shows. Comedians and like variety acts.
Is it mostly to grab stage time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I think on the next show I'm going to book less acts and then just do more time myself.
18 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to do 18 minutes.
You can push it.
I'm going to try to do 20 actually. I want to aim for 20 and do it in like the fall.
Do you think that's a selling point or?
I think the dogs are more the selling point, if I'm being honest. People don't really, people at the cafe know me because I work there, but.
Do you know how you could enhance this? Pugs.
They can't even jump. I don't even think they could jump.
Pugs can jump. Pugs are very athletic.
Are they though?
Yes, very.
They can't
very.
even breathe. They have asthma.
My pug does not. That's only if you feed it anything. Like my pug has a waist.
Would you want to submit your pug into the contest?
Absolutely. If there was a pug contest.
Well, it would have to compete with all the dogs.
But he would no. He doesn't.
Yeah.
No, he's a snob.
He had. I will not.
He does not like big dogs.
I will not invite a bunch of pugs.
So my pug's an alpha. It's his. We can have all kinds of pugs. You get people.
I don't.
Do you know what a pug get together?
No, I don't. I would never work that. I would quit.
Did a pug do something to
you?
Was it the one time?
No, I just know a couple of a-holes with pugs.
Oh, so it's the people.
It's the people.
Then why are you blaming the dogs?
Well, because also they can't breathe. You know, it's French bulldogs and pugs and golden doodles. The inventor of the golden doodle said it was his life's biggest regret.
That's a good.
Did he expound?
Yeah.
Did he or she expound?
Define expound, please.
Expound is like to provide additional context to why you're making that statement.
Oh yeah, because golden doodles are very prone to cancer and genetic defects.
That's a good reason. I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're doing a service here.
Despite
your blatant anti-pugism.
Yes, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bob.
Yeah, Bob, you would like Bob.
How old is he?
He's 9.
Oh.
What do you think your most authentic video or the video that people like the most is?
I posted a video. I don't think people like it the most. It was one of those videos that kind of only got like 60 views. Only 20 on once. I think it was shadow banned because I kind of diss Gymshark in it. It's called Gym Horse.
Yeah, that's good.
I had a great time making that video.
That's good.
Yeah. It's like Gymshark, but with hobby horsing.
Yeah.
I
saw the video. It's a good video.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Give the listeners a little bit more. We could play it in here too, but
yeah.
So it's hobby horsing. It's a popular activity among young Nordic teens where they ride on one of those horse heads on a stick.
Have you seen this?
No.
And then they ride it around. And so I saw this video on TikTok of it was like a fake gym workout class with horses' heads on a stick, and I thought I want to make that, and so I got a bunch of stuffed horses from Target.
It's good.
Ripped their heads off, put them on some broomsticks, and then
went
made
to the gym.
Gym Horse. 'Cause
worked out with the hobby horse.
Yeah.
Like all the exercises. So the hobby horse is always getting in the way and She's on the treadmill riding the horse,
with the
dude.
horse.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's a good workout video. I love it. I had a great time. The internet doesn't like it as much, but I will never take it down.
I mean, no reason to take it down.
Yeah, I guess not. Sometimes I do think that I should take down some of my old videos because I'm like, I think that being embarrassed maybe is part of it. I get embarrassed sometimes by the things that I release into the world.
Why? What's the reason
like your hatred for pugs?
No,
that should be embarrassing.
I'm not embarrassed about that at all. I'm proud of that.
See,
Screw
someday you're
pugs.
going to be calling me and you're going to be like, please take down my anti-pug thing. I love this pug. The guy, have you seen John, his name, John Graff? He was Noodles owner on the TikTok.
Oh, yes.
And you don't like that pug?
No.
That's good content. He's good. He's naturally good.
The pug or the guy?
Both. Both.
I don't care. They shouldn't.
But I mean, that's good content.
How did they even come
That's
to
consistency.
exist? How did pugs get? They weren't just born.
What are you talking about? It is a direct descendant of the wolf. Like, do you not look at the pug and go, wolf?
No, I look at it and I think little bug, little wrinkly bug. It's gross.
Bob, close your ears, Bob. You know, I almost brought Bob today. Yes, he does. I almost brought him today. What would you have done? He would have sat right here like this. He would have sat up and stared at you the whole thing.
I wouldn't have spoken.
Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been a good show.
Interview.
Yeah, it's not that good anyway.
Yeah,
I'm in charge of it. No, so all right. Here was one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. Right now we have this cultural phenomenon with this girl out of Tennessee who has signed a deal with UTA. She's been on Brianna Chicken Fry's podcast. Oh. She just went on stage with Zach Bryan. Oh. She just did what's his name? Shaq, your buddy, Shaquille O'Neal. She's about to move to LA. She's doing everything we're talking about, and like all she did was get drunk and say something into a microphone.
Yeah,
and yet you're out here working to make a living and be full time at this, and this girl walks in and stumbles into it, going "Hawk Tua."
That was a great moment, though, you know. And if you get one of those, run with it. I'm happy. I mean,
she's gonna try. What's it like trying to manufacture that success, though? Do it from a bit, like she just dumbass lucked.
Yeah.
Virality is dumbass luck at some level.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It really is.
But you're trying to build an audience holistically.
I liked that video. I'm happy for her successes. What's it like trying to manufacture those kind of moments? I mean, it's kind of the impossible. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not. It's not impossible. Nothing's impossible. I haven't figured it out yet. I think that
for sure. That's the point.
Maybe like the less amount of thinking that you do before you post something. Like I don't.
Yeah. No, that's a good. Yeah. That's a good take, right?
Like she said that
gets down to the authenticity of it, right? Like she was being.
Yeah, she just said it and she meant it. Like that was just something she said in the moment, and she wasn't like, "Oh, well, I should edit it, and if I did it this way, it would maybe be funnier," or "Oh, I should hold." Like she didn't even hold back. She just did the thing. She just said it. No, nothing holding her back. So I think in a way, kind of sometimes just doing. It's kind of like improv. You just do the stuff, you know?
I have no idea what improv is like.
I don't either. I don't do it. Kind of scares me.
Why?
One time I got into a conversation with a bunch of people who do improv, and they were all talking about like, oh, like let's go play. We should go play later. Let's play together.
Really so does this fall into the creepy harassment type thing, or is it?
They weren't harassing me, but they were creepy as hell.
Is it creepy?
Yeah.
Improv is creepy too?
A little bit.
So improv...
But I respect it.
You respect
more
it.
than pugs, which is a low, low bar. Sorry.
I'm just sad.
It's okay.
It just makes me sad.
I know.
More importantly, Bob is sad.
He can't hear this.
He will
never
listen. He
understand.
will listen.
He won't get it.
Yeah, he will. You're wrong.
His brain is like the size of a
He's
small
gone to Harvard.
rock.
He's gone to Harvard.
Prove it.
And you don't have to prove. You don't have to prove it. He went to Harvard for 2 weeks.
No.
Yeah. So when you see that sort of virality, like you must be watching the world, right? As a comedian, that's part of what you're doing.
Yes.
And you're trying to think, how do I fit? And tell me if I'm wrong here, but how do I fit into the world? At some level, as a comedian, you're trying to find a place. You mentioned niche before, but find a place. And then you see a girl walk in. Like, where does she go? All right, let's back up. Let's do some improv.
Okay.
You're that girl. Where do you go from here?
Mm.
How do you replicate? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't have the hours in.
Yeah.
She's got none of the Boris Horton stories.
Wait, so she signed with UTA?
She's gone. Man. She's gone to LA.
As a
influencer.
Oh.
Yeah, like gone. Like this is she's on the road.
That's crazy. I mean, I think she's doing everything right. She made hats.
That's it.
She made the hats.
How many hats do you think she sold? Like, did anyone buy those hats?
I bet a bunch of people bought the hats.
Really? Did you buy one?
No.
Why?
Because I don't wear hats very much.
Okay.
I'm not much of a hat person. I got a big head, circumference-wise.
So, but you think that's the right move?
To make hats? Yeah, definitely. You gotta just,
So you hit it. You've said a few things. They're going to go crazy viral off of this podcast.
Totally.
I'm going to get famous. You think my move is to make hats after that?
Yes, make hats. Make hats that say something like bad about pugs on them.
Right.
Yeah, because
you'll buy one. You'll be the only person that'll buy one.
I'll buy a bunch of them.
But what do you do in a situation? What happens if you start getting those shows? Have you ever thought, do you close your eyes at night and dream of getting big as a comedian?
Yeah, for sure. I
What's
do
that
that
like?
with my eyes open too.
How does your life change?
Oy.
Do you buy stupid shit?
No, don't buy stupid shit. I just want to keep on doing it more and more. I feel like my only goal with that is just to kind of, I guess do a good job on stage and then just keep doing a good job. Just keep being in the moment every time.
How do you keep it going? Once you get big, which you will, how do you not lose the edge? Do you at all think about the future, or is it horrifying and you forget? That's over here.
I don't think about it too much because I'm not really sure what will. I don't. I have hopes, and dreams, but I have no idea where what I'm doing will take me next. I love doing stand-up. I think it's really great. I also love screenwriting. That's also kind of...
Oh, so you're writing?
Yeah. I want to write for TV is kind of one of my goals. And then when I started doing stand-up, I was like, oh, well, I really love this, and I love public speaking most of the time.
Except on your first podcast.
Except on my first podcast.
But you got to do the first one.
Yeah. There's a microphone, and I haven't touched it with my mouth at all.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I usually do on stage. I usually accidentally.
Yeah, because you
bump
actually
it
have to
into
put
my
it in your
teeth.
mouth,
Yeah,
basically.
it always hits my teeth.
Yeah,
that's my fault though.
Yeah.
So yeah, to answer your question,
it's better that it hits your teeth than you hold it too far away. Because there's nothing worse than someone that doesn't know how to use a microphone.
Yeah, and then you can't hear them, or they are just so loud into it and hold it too close, and that's one of my pet peeves. Yeah, if I went big, I would probably I'd probably focus on my act, like the stuff that works. I'm trying to find a balance, like right now, currently, of working on that, like working on stand-up, new stuff versus like the tight 10.
Yeah.
And then also rewriting my script, because I found it hard to do both, to focus, to have both kind of.
Yeah, both things in your brain.
To have two creative endeavors at once, I find it a bit difficult to juggle when I also have work to do. So
when you don't have a team, it's hard.
Yeah, sure.
You know, as you get more experience, you get a team. Now you can start doing more things because you can farm off some of the shittiest parts of that job, right?
I guess so.
No, I'm telling you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What could I farm off?
All manner of things that you don't want to do. Like whatever you don't want to do, you can make someone else do.
Shower.
No, I think it's important to I mean, I get that you don't want to shower.
I hate showering.
Is it the water? Or
yeah,
the
it's getting all wet. Yeah. And then you got to get dry.
Do you like going in the pool or the beach?
Yeah.
But
then you're outside and you get to get all
towels?
Dry. No. Yeah, no, I got towels.
Because like we could put up, you know, like an Amazon thing where people could buy you towels if it's the drying off part.
That would be nice. Oh, if we're setting up an Amazon thing, I want more stuff too.
Well, I'm sure you do, but like you got to make it big to get those things. Yeah. But towels, I feel like we could cover.
Maybe like a towel that's just for the hair that can go onto my head.
I don't have one for that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if they make those kind of towels yet.
That sucks.
Yeah.
One day I'll make them.
I don't think you should delegate showering though.
Okay.
It's like actual work.
Okay, yeah, like emails.
Emails, yeah.
Like bookings.
Bookings, for sure. If you start making money, people will just tell you where to go.
Yeah. I would like that.
You know what I mean? Like you don't think about it. And like there'll be a car there.
Yeah.
You just go out.
Hotels and stuff.
Hotels are booked. You go to the hotel.
I did my first out-of-state gig 2 weeks ago.
Where'd you go?
Salem, Massachusetts.
The Witches.
Yeah, the Witch City. It was awesome.
Listen, I have more experience in Salem, Massachusetts than anybody you know.
Really?
My wife suffers from excessive Octoberism.
Oh, God. Uh-oh. Is that what...
Octoberism is
Did you know that before you got with her or after?
After, but it's okay. It's her thing. She likes it.
Good for her.
Yeah. It's fun.
It's kind of
spooky, not scary though.
Oh.
Spooky October is.
Yeah, that's a good
If it's too scary, that's too much.
Yeah.
So I know all about Salem.
It's kind of crazy how much they capitalize off of all those dead witch ladies. Kind of sad.
Why is it sad?
Because I'm like, oh, they all died and now there's a bunch of witch-themed coffee shops.
They've been dead for 500 years.
I guess so. I visited their graves and I camped. I didn't book any hotel.
Okay.
I got a tent.
So you didn't get paid a lot on this gig?
I got paid $75. Should I have said that out loud?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I got paid $75.
Yeah. For how much work?
Not to brag. For driving up to Salem and camping for a night and hosting the show.
So you had to host the whole show?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was lovely. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they like you?
Yeah.
I feel like you could kill in Salem.
Yeah. They liked me.
Yeah.
I was worried that people
Did you wear a
outside of
flannel
New York
shirt?
wouldn't like me. No, I did not. I wore a denim jumpsuit.
That's fair.
It's my fancy outfit. I wanted to dress nice for
Salem is not Canada. That's what you wear to Canada.
Well, I've never gone international yet. I'll probably wear that.
You'd probably get $100 for that.
I'm going to wear that. Oh, heck yeah. I would do that. I would wear my denim jumpsuit into probably all of my big performances. It's a good outfit. I find it hard to get dressed. So, getting dressed. Delegate.
That you can delegate.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
Because people know how to dress people.
But see, here's the thing. You're going to get a stylist, and the first thing they're going to do is take away the denim jumpsuit.
No, they wouldn't. It looks so good.
You do have a denim thing. I'm remembering now. I was wearing a denim jacket when we met at Yvette's birthday party. You were like, "That's a nice jacket." So very serious and intensely, concerningly so.
Yeah, it was a nice jacket.
Thank you.
It was denim.
Do you have a bedazzler?
No. What? Do I seem like I would like that? Bedazzling?
I don't know what you would like.
I don't like that. I'm more rugged and hardcore.
Rugged and hardcore.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
Not showering doesn't make you rugged.
It kind of does.
It kind of
because you're
does.
so dirty all the time.
Did you sleep on the ground?
Yeah, I did sleep on the ground. It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Yes, but I want a better plan for in case someone tries to murder me, though, because I didn't think about that.
Until it was too late.
Yeah, until I was laying on the ground.
And
I was
then
like, I could
you
easily-
realized you were very vulnerable to murder
Yeah,
in Salem, Massachusetts.
yeah,
You got to imagine everybody that wants to murder someone goes to Salem,
I know. Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Like,
it was a spooky place.
was it spooky or scary?
Scary at night, spooky in the day.
All right, fair enough. We go for Halloween. We go, the big hotel there has a massive party. You may remember the movie Hocus Pocus from Salem.
Yes.
Yes, there's a party, like a big town party.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's at this hotel. My wife and I, we've gone 2 or 3 times now.
Oh.
This year I was David S. Pumpkins.
Oh.
And I had two
To what?
skeletons, beatbox skeletons.
Oh, wow.
I thought I had a good costume.
Did everyone else think so?
Yeah, a lot of people stopped, and there was a couple David S. Pumpkins, but none of them had 2 beatbox. Because that's a tough costume to pull off.
Yeah, it is. You
Right?
did.
Yeah, I did good.
You're impressive.
Yeah, my Halloween. I have a wife with Octoberism. Did you not know that was a thing?
No, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like Halloween?
Yeah, I don't have Octoberism,
Okay.
but Halloween's cool.
What's your favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving, I like mashed potatoes and stuff.
Being quiet
Yeah, I like being quiet and
and eating.
just eating. And that's it.
That's the best holiday.
Yeah, it's the best one.
What are you doing for this? We got a holiday coming up. What do you got big plans?
I'm actually going to Missouri.
That's always what I think about when I think of holidays. Let's go to Missouri.
Yeah, let's go to Missouri.
Why are you going to Missouri? What part?
Columbia,
Oh,
where the University
yeah,
of
University of Missouri.
Missouri is.
You got a big show? Out of state show?
No, I don't. I'm actually visiting my grandparents. They said that they want to see me do stand up.
There's got to be a coffee shop that will let you.
There
do it.
probably is. I'm just I'm hesitant to do it in front of my grandparents a little bit.
Why?
Because I talk about being bisexual and stuff, and they're pretty southern, and I know they maybe don't love that, but at this point I've posted so much of it online that I think they must know.
It's amazing what we can ignore, though.
Yeah, I think they're ignoring it, which is great.
Let me ask you: when you spend your time writing, even just a simple joke or the story, how do you know what to bring in and what not to bring in from your life?
Oh, most of the time you can kind of feel it as you're writing it,
What does it feel like? Most people don't do that activity, and they're creating TikTok content, YouTube content, et cetera, and not actually putting in that time to write it or think it through that way.
Yeah.
And so how do you, what is it, so they don't actually experience that feeling? So how would you discuss that, what it feels like?
Like, how do you know when you cross the line?
How do you know when you cross the
you're
line? How do you say, no, this isn't it? How do you make those decisions? What's that feel like?
So sometimes as I'm writing, I'll be writing. I'll get to one part and then I'll read it back and I'll go, ah. Or like I'll say something and I'll go, ooh. That's how it feels. That's the feeling. That's when you know that you went too far.
Really?
Yeah. You just kind of like, oh, or sometimes you don't know that. You write it all down. You think this is great. And then you go and you say it out loud at an open mic and then everybody goes, ugh. And then...
Do you try your material on friends before you get to the stage?
Only sometimes. Only if I don't have time to actually go like test it in front of
An
like
a live
open
in the
crowd,
wild.
open mic crowd. Yeah.
So for the TikTok producer, whatever, it's hit publish. For the comedian, it's go up on the stage and actually tell the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Is it horrifying? Like the moment?
At first, yeah. When I first went up for my first time on stage, I was very, very terrified. And you kind of do still get that feeling. Whenever I say a joke that I've never said out loud before, and it's just like brand new, no idea if this will actually work or not, it is scary. But now after a year of doing it, that fear of like, oh no, I shouldn't do this. Like this is dumb. I'm too scared to say this. It's gotten a little bit less, and now it's very rewarding when it works. And so I focus on that feeling more than...
When it doesn't work, has anyone tried to murder you yet?
No one's tried to murder me yet, no. If it doesn't work, I usually just say, well, thanks for the feedback. I'm just going to go write it. I'm either going to try to rewrite it or I'm going to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people forget that they can't eat you.
No one's ever tried to eat me.
Right. They don't kill you. You're just testing stuff. You're just like, you put it into the world, and then if it flops, you can pull it back.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Even if there is like I record all the sets I do, and like, you know, even with that, it's like it's not like, you know, yeah, you can pull anything back.
Almost anything.
Almost anything back.
Almost anything.
Except for very bad things. And in the huakta.
Huakta, yeah. But I mean, I think that piece, that sort of, that's where most people die. The fear, they stop at the fear.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I used to be real scared to go up, like in general, like before I like almost didn't do it. Like I was hyping myself up to like actually go on stage for the first time for like 6 months, and I was so scared. And then I turned 25, and then someone said to me like, you gotta stop like, because I was like, oh, I want to do stand-up. I want to try stand-up. And eventually you just have to stop wanting to do stuff and then just doing it. And that was, I think, that helped me get over the fear. I was like, oh, I want to do this so badly. Why aren't I doing it yet? I've lived 25 years in this place.
If you don't do it.
To do it, yeah, just do it. Nike.
Just do it.
Yeah.
There's real value to that. Like, you can't be a comedian. You can't be an actress. You can't be an entrepreneur. You can't be any of these things if you don't go do it.
Yeah.
And I think people lose at that moment because they never go. And a musician.
Yeah.
Can you imagine sitting there playing your guitar, like learning guitar, and never joining a band? Like that to me is much sadder than sucking.
I think that people are also scared to like call themselves I'm a musician, I'm a guitarist, I'm a comedian, I'm a writer. People are like, oh no, I can't say that.
Oh, you don't have a real job.
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot? What's the weirdest, like, you tell someone you're a comedian and they're like, oh.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that must be fun. And I'm like, yes, it is. It is. I do have a fun time. I wouldn't do it if I didn't have a fun time doing it. But it's also pretty hard sometimes. And
how many people think they could do?
So many people. A lot of men think that they can do it. It's which is so annoying. Whenever I tell them I can do it, they'll like give me that I do it. Whenever I tell them that I do it, they'll give me joke ideas that are pretty bad. Or
what's the worst one?
Oh,
you got one from last night?
No, but I used to see someone who said that he always wanted to try doing stand-up. And then he did it, and I saw a video of it. He went up, and the very first thing he said was just like some terrible joke about his grandma having dementia. And it was, I can't say it verbatim, but it was bad, and you...
What missed?
What missed?
Yeah.
The part where he was
funny?
Yeah, the funny
Is
part.
it the awareness or is it?
I think it's the awareness, yeah. I also think it's just like, because stand-up is, I mean, for me at least, it's writing. So, like, if you just write something down and then don't, like, take time to,
Rework.
like, look at it again or, like, say it out loud before actually going up and saying it, I think that's also kind of a big part. Because when you say it out loud, you can hear it yourself, and sometimes your brain are just, like, you'll just keep talking and you'll get more funny stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that he kind of just wrote this down, looked at it once and was like, that's funny. Didn't think about it at all. And then just said it. And
Yeah, that's not comedy.
yeah. If it's funny, it might be. It
Then
is.
it's maybe.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck selling that.
Yeah.
So seriously, what do you get when you sell out a large theater? What do you buy yourself? Not a shower.
Maybe a fancy litter box for a cat. Maybe some mascara. Oh, I have a student debt. I have a loan. I should
Pay that.
I should pay that. Pay some rent. I'll pay rent with it.
What do you go without that you wish you had? Choosing this lifestyle, right? Like you're choosing a lifestyle to work. Like
Yeah.
you're not choosing a maximum
I guess just like more leisure time.
pursuit. Yeah.
More leisure pursuits. More money for leisurely things.
Like the number one thing people want to be is an influencer right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like it doesn't happen by accident usually. The Haktua thing is like
It's
very rare. That's lightning in a bottle, whereas most people that build something worthwhile, they have to work and work and work. And I think giving kids like an actual picture of what that's like is a valuable thing.
Yeah.
Like
Totally.
there's different stages, there's different places.
Yeah. And you just gotta keep going.
Hey, this was almost a pleasure.
Thank you as well. I
It
agree.
would have been nicer if you didn't hate pugs so
Yeah.
much, but
It would have been nicer if you didn't have a pug and didn't
fair.
talk about your pug so much. But I had a lovely time.
Except for the pug.
My mouth touched the microphone once at the end.
Yeah, I saw that.
What you gonna do?